Is our most highly trained detective being undermined by Kenyans? Let me tell you, KOT by they can make you question yourself.
Yes.
All right. Now, this one is for you to find out. This week, Kenyans were mocking private detective Jane Mugo for not doing the taekwondo styles up to precision. I think, as you know,
A black belt.
they look like a.
As
It's
someone
okay.
with
No, I
common
think
sense.
as no. Let me just say, as a person who doesn't want.
Kenye Cindy atasema mimi niko ready kusema kitu
No, but you
lakini nataka
see,
kusikia
as a
Cindy.
detective, you don't want cameras around you, right? Like,
Yeah.
it is in the interest of your occupation. Sorry, when it's capital, like occupied. And you know, but like it's your occupation shouldn't be advertised. You want many people. You don't want many people to know what it is that you do for a living.
Right.
In this story, it was very different. And coming from the BBC, a lot of people had their opinions. I just don't know why they had to troll Sharon Mashira. But it was a very different piece.
I think they trolled her because, the buck stops with someone. When you go and you pitch an idea to your editor and the editor says this is good. When you're shooting, all of us have been in occasions where we're behind the cameras as producers, ADs, whatever the case might be. There are things you see, you're like, that's a bit strange, but you do not put it. So the moment when she's like, show me some moves, and she says, yeah, my taekwondo skills, shra. Then she makes funny noises, and then she gives this whole dragon face, rah. Then she kicks, wah, 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 wah.
Falls to the ground.
I'm sorry. It's very difficult to take somebody seriously. Taekwondo is an art of discipline. And one of the ways that they impact discipline is physical fitness. So, to take the name that you have, Taekwondo, and then you pull those moves, it's comical, especially at the level of BBC that people take very reputable and they expect a certain level of scrutiny. Now, I am all for the social media craze. We talked about it earlier on. The more likes, the more fame. Probably this has made her a more famous detective. People are like, oh, women, you should support your own. We do. But even as we support our own, can we also have some certain standards and say, this is mediocre. And this is just not cutting it.
Okay, so
it's just not at the same caliber as people who you say are across the world. It is okay to say it, and it is okay to catch feelings.
So, they did say that they were taking a different direction. Sharon Mashira, in different interviews, did express that, they wanted to sort of like approach stories in a very different way.
But give it credibility, because you see...
Cindy.
Even you, Macho, you're a filmmaker, isn't it?
Yes.
The one thing in film is called verisimilitude, isn't it? Verisimilitude. I forget the word. It is the believability of it. So if it is not believable and people make fun of it, you do not have a right to say, yo, you people are haters, you're not supporting women. No. We support your work. We think you're an amazing person. We think, by the way, there is a place for Jane Mugo in this society. But when it is put in a way that is comical, we have to criticize, and when we criticize, it is constructive for you to improve. It is not for you to keep dishing us these mediocre things and shoving down our throats and then take it because we are Kenyans. Sorry, Mato.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Again.
Mato.
What makes anyone believe that what was presented there is not the Kenyan truth? Even in your kitu wa Kenya,
you think that's taekwondo?
No. I'm not saying that's taekwondo, but I am saying that is the Kenyan truth. That is how she does it, and that is her.
She whips people. She pours water on them and whips them.
Ngoja niseme. Because hatutaki kukubali, lakini sisi kama Wakenya tuko shady. Nikitumia hiyo word. Kwa sababu ukiona wale watu, there are some people who back in her home in Kirinyaga, they really celebrate her because they see her as a hero. Nairobi watu wamezoea kuona series kutoka America, unaona venye imepangwa ni nini.
But she's a hero for fighting crime. But that is not the way to do it. When you're busy pulling people's noses, when you're whipping people in the form of
glamour. That's how she does it.
It's theatrics.
It's
theatrics
okay, so
in a profession that should be taken very seriously, by the way.
Okay, so
and have you seen?
Here's my thing. To be honest, I wish that there was a balance. I wish there was Jane, And then there was another detective who takes their work very seriously, which I'm so sure are very many in this country. And you know, there were so many tweets I used to see when, you know, when people are saying, Aki manze, unezaje kupatia South Africa, ama Nigeria, this kind of ammunition, you know, we are at war on social media.
Kama hivyo ndivyo yeye ufanya. Kama hivyo ndivyo
hiyo ni sawa, lakini watu wengine cannot understand.
You do not put it on a public platform and allow somebody to say that they're the best when this is what they're offering. Give, I love what Amina has said.
Yeah, a balance,
give a comparison. Make it objective and say this is how it is done here, this is how it is done here.
Or this is how different detectives sort of like go about their work. So then you have Jane who whips her, like, you know, her employees when they're serving themselves. And then you have someone else who's like a proper 007 who's just very underground, very secretive. You know what I mean? Like to give different views from different detectives and how they approach their clients, how they work. Okay, sawa.
You, Mato, you think it was okay?
Because this is like we have Makmende that was coined from Make My Day, yes? Which is Kenyan's own, if I call it shady again, shady way of handling.
But Mato, nobody expected that whole situation about Makmende to be serious. I feel like you're not understanding.
Is a fictional character.
Kama
hivyo
ndivyo yeye aligrow akijua hivi ndivyo ufanywa na hivyo ndivyo alionyeshwa.
Okay.
Na glama yake hapo ndipo imemfikisha.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's not be hateful. How about we be objective? Okay, so at the Trend Live is our handle on Twitter. The hashtag is TTTT. We get back, we read a number of comments about Jane Mugo, about the whole piece and what you thought about it. But I will say this. I think, you know, we just need to be very kind and very understanding when it comes to spewing hate and vitriol towards people online. You have to understand that there's a human being on the other side of the line who's going to read those comments. And whether it's Cindy, Mato, myself, or Sharon Mashira, as she covered this story, she covered someone else's story. So if you have a problem, I think you have a problem with the person who's being covered and not really per se the journalist. And if you do, make it constructive. It doesn't have to be hateful. Goodness gracious. But it's all right. If you're going to spew hate, just send it through. Make sure that you tag somebody. The hashtag, like I said, is TTTT. We have to pay some bills. We get back with more stories. I understand there's a lot to talk about. Man caught stealing clothes in an estate, jealous of Boda Boda Raider, and a whole lot of other stories that trended this week. All of them happening right here on the show.